Hello, teachers, administrators, and district coordinators. I'm Mary McCarley, the Health Education Content Specialist with Goodheart-Willcox. In this presentation, I will provide you an overview of the resources available for comprehensive health skills for middle school, and we'll explore the online platform. Comprehensive Health Skills for Middle School is a 2021 copyright skills-based resource which contains up-to-date information in skills-based activities and assessments created by teachers for teachers. In fact, I'm one of the authors. I helped write this book because I believe that quality, relevant health education can positively change the lives of students. Our textbook is aligned to the National Health Education Standards and National Sexuality Education Standards. It includes the 2 additional chapters on understanding sexuality and making responsible sexual decisions. These chapters are also available as a separate supplement. This textbook will appeal to students of varying ability levels and learning styles. Eye-catching illustrations and infographics bring important concepts to life for visual learners. Auditory and tactile learners can apply their skills in a variety of group and hands-on activities, while students who learn by reading and writing will enjoy the graphic organizers and reading guides that are set up similar to Cornell-style notes. These are provided in the student handout folder for digital access and easy submission. Short and engaging videos bring each chapter's concepts to life in ways that are relevant to your students. By clicking on the activity icon in the pages of the digital textbook, students will easily access these videos. These activity icons will lead students to other tools to reinforce learning on our companion website, such as e-flashcards, which are available in English and Spanish, interactive vocabulary activities, lesson and chapter review questions, and more. In addition, our skills-based student workbook, which is available in print and digital, will extend learning and reinforce valuable health skills for each lesson. The student handout folder will allow students to easily access a digital version of activities from the book to complete and submit digitally. Teachers can access this folder as well to print copies of activities. Planning a course and finding the best materials can be time-consuming, but our extensive teacher resources reduces that stress and guesswork. Detailed, pre-made lesson plans and ready-to-use editable PowerPoint presentations make planning easy. The teacher resources also boast a variety of handouts for each chapter and lesson that encourage student engagement, vocabulary practice, vocabulary review, differentiated learning by learning style, and academic ability. In the teacher resources, we offer a differentiated version of the reading guide for every lesson to help guide the struggling reader. The teacher resources also include formative, standard-based grading assessments and summative, standard-based grading assessments, and skills-based performance tasks. Every chapter includes a project-based summative assessment to engage students, reinforce content, and valuable health skills. There is also a variety of assignments that involve a parent or trusted adult in the learning process to encourage discussions and extend learning into the home. Teachers can create customized exams using the ExamView software with both standard and differentiated question banks. Lastly, we know that health is always changing. To ensure teachers always have up-to-date lessons, we have committed to providing teachers and students 2 to 4 updated lessons per school year. Whether middle school health is taught in 1, 2, or 3 grades, or in 9, 12, 18, or 36 weeks, we offer several pacing guides to meet the needs of districts. The course planning guides offer pacing by content or skill and can be easily accessed in the teacher resources. These are the instructional resources for teachers in the online instructor resources. Teachers will have access to the student textbook in English and in Spanish, the companion website, student workbook, student handout folder, teacher's edition, and instructor resources. The student online platform will be very similar, but will not include the teacher's edition or instructor resources. For those schools who choose to integrate with a learning management system, your online platform will appear differently than what you see on the screen, but the resources will be the same. Now, let's take a look at the online platform. This is the Online Instructor Resource Suite for Comprehensive Health Skills for Middle School. Click. And now you can see the resources that are available. Our online platform can be easily used with other platforms such as Google Classroom and Microsoft Teams. We do provide rostering options as well. I'll show you how to navigate the resources. First, let's start with the student textbook. It is divided by units and by chapters. I'll click on Chapter 5, Understanding Mental and Emotional Health. On the left-hand side, you'll see a toolbar. The plus allows you to zoom in and see the page closer. Minus, zoom out. The third button down, or the contents button, allows you to go to another unit or chapter of the book. Click again to close. The fourth button down, or the resource tab, allows you to go directly to the companion website, which will house the interactive tools within the pages of the textbook. Students can access the companion website here or from within the pages of the book by finding an activity icon, hovering over it. The blue square or rectangle will appear so that students can click on it. Click again to close. The last button allows teachers and students to print a copy of the pages of the book. This could be helpful if you have a student with an IEP or a 504 who needs a hard copy of the text to write on. There are arrows on the left and the right that do allow you to go to the next page of the book. We are on page 130, so 130 of the digital text will be the same as 130 of the hard copy. You can go to another page of the book by typing in the page number and clicking. You can also search our book by a key term such as nutrition facts or vaping and click. It will take you to all the pages of the book that include that key term. Once again, I do want to point out that when you find an activity icon, hover over it and the blue square or rectangle will appear, indicating that if I click on it, I'll go directly to that activity or the companion website. I'm going to click the My Bookshelf tab in the top left corner to take me back to the main landing page, and again, click the Online Instructor Resource Suite. Our student textbook is available in Spanish as well. Next, the companion website. Remember, the companion website can be accessed within the pages of the textbook or the toolbar. It can also be accessed on the main landing page here. Our companion website is divided by chapters and by lessons. I encourage you to check out these interactive tools. Next, let's look at the skills-based student workbook. It is divided by units and by chapters. I'll click on Chapter 5 again. On the left-hand side, you'll see that familiar toolbar. This time, the fourth button down, or the Resource tab, is going to take students to the workbook with form fields. Now I can see the entire workbook with form fields. Each workbook page has the option as a PDF with form fields or a web version with form fields. I'll click on the PDF with form fields for the activity. What would you do and say? As a student, I can type directly into the form fields, then submit digitally. Next, we'll look at the student handout folder. The student handout folder was created so that students could have a digital copy of activities from within the pages of the book. So looking at Chapter 1, these are the activities within the pages of the book. For example, I'll click on the case study from Chapter 1. This case study is within Chapter 1, and there are critical thinking questions as well. But now students do have a digital version so they can type directly within the form fields and submit digitally. As I scroll down, you can see all the chapters. So those are the resources available for students. Now let's look what else is available for teachers. Teachers, you'll also have access to the Teacher's Edition and the Instructor Resources. I'll click on the Instructor Resources. I'm now going to minimize each of these gray tabs so you can see all the resources that are available. First, the Content Update Lesson Material. As I mentioned earlier, 2 to 4 times per school year, we add extra lessons to the Content Update Lesson tab. Next, navigating your resources. Resource Material. This will provide information on best practices, additional project-based learning templates, course planning guide, and you can also view the correlations. I'll minimize this gray tab. Chapter Resources. Teachers, this is where you go most often to plan and facilitate your course. Let's look again at Chapter 5. At the top, we have Teacher Resource Answer Key, Workbook Answer Key. Every lesson has a lesson plan. There's also additional handouts to go with each lesson. The last lesson of every chapter is where you'll find the Parent Trusted Adult Engagement Homework Assignment, Chapter Review and Assessment Activities, a lesson plan, bingo, Student Directed Review Performance Task. As a menu, there's also a rubric included as well, and also the performance tasks. There are PowerPoints included as well. If I click on another chapter, you'll see that the format is the same. I'm going to minimize Chapter Resources. Standard-based grading assessments. I'll click on Standard for Communication. At the top, you'll see a summative assessment. For every performance indicator, there are formative assessments, leveled 1 through 4, with level 3 showing proficiency. Lastly, assessment software and question pool. This is the software that would be needed for teachers to create and customize exams for students. An answer key will be generated as well. Now is the time to update your middle school health curriculum. Educating students to develop healthy behaviors today can improve their overall health and establish healthy behaviors for the future. If you do not already have access to our online platform, first, contact your GW educational consultant today. Second, schedule a 60-day free preview and try the resources in your own classroom. Third, choose GW Health. Select implementation and training dates, and you are ready to get started. Let's work together to encourage healthy living.